Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. Today, quiz time, and I thought we'd have another true or false quiz. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make 10 statements, and then after each one, can you pick out whether it's true or false? Don't forget, collect your score and let me know in the comments down below how you've done at the end of the quiz. So question number 1. Michael Collins was the third person on the moon. Is that true or is that false? So that one is false. Michael Collins, he piloted the Apollo 11 spacecraft Columbia, and he was orbiting 60 miles above the moon whilst Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were on the moon. The third person on the moon was Charles Pete Conrad as part of the Apollo 12 mission. Question 2. Did Stan Lee write Batman? Well, I'm expecting a lot of the DC and the Marvel fans out there to be shouting at me saying, Gary, this one, it's false. But believe it or not, this one's actually true. Yes, Stan Lee, he's not the one who originally came up with Batman, but in 2001, he teamed up with several other writers to reimagine Batman for the Just Imagine series of comics. And these were based on part of the multiverse Earth 6. In this, Batman's alter ego, he was a young black man called Wayne Williams. Question 3. Geography for you. Sydney is the capital of Australia. True or false? This one, it's false. The capital is Canberra. Now, going back in time, both Sydney and Melbourne, they wanted to be the capital. So in 1908, it was decided that a new city, Canberra, that would become the capital. And this is located roughly halfway between Sydney and Melbourne. A few years ago, I have actually visited Canberra. The city, it's one of the few cities in the world. It was totally planned out before building even started. And it was built purely as the seat of government. Question 4. The Sign of 4 was the first Sherlock Holmes novel published. This one, it's false. The first novel was A Study in Scarlet. That was published in November of 1887. The Sign of 4 was the second novel and was published in February of 1890. Question 5. The cheetah is the fastest animal in the world. This one's false. I know it may be a little bit of a trick question. The cheetah, it is the fastest land animal, but it's only the 11th fastest animal. The fastest animal is a peregrine falcon, and that can reach speeds of up to 389 kilometers per hour or 242 miles per hour when diving. Question 6. The blue whale, it can hold its breath for up to 90 minutes. This one's true. They can go for up to 90 minutes, but they do tend to surface every 30 minutes. Question 7. Asian elephants' ears are smaller than African elephants' ears. This, it's true. Because African elephants, they live in a warmer and sunnier location, their ears are larger to help with regulating temperature. Question 8. David Niven was the second actor to portray James Bond in a movie. That one, it's true. Sean Connery was the first actor and he played the character from Dr. No in 1962 until You Only Live Twice in 1967. George Lazenby took over the role for On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and then Connery, he returned in Diamonds Are Forever in 1971. But in 1967, there was a second film featuring the James Bond character, and that was Casino Royale, and that had David Niven starring as Bond. This film, it was a bit of a spoof film, and it had James Bond coming out of retirement. Question 9. The Eiffel Tower is taller than the Empire State Building. True or false? This one, it's false. The Empire State Building, it's 1,250 feet or 381 metres tall. The Eiffel Tower is 984 feet or 300 metres tall. Question 10. Now, I've got a really long word here. Hopefully, I'm not going to mispronounce it too bad. Cacohaphophobia. That took me about 20 attempts to get that out. That's an abnormal fear of failure. True or false? That one's true. It's an amazing word to know, isn't it? And it's one I hope I never have to try and pronounce it again, because I'm sure I completely mangled that. Good job I was able to put the word up on the screen, isn't it? So how did you go? How many did you get correct? Can you drop it down in the comments down? So how did you go? How many did you get correct? Can you drop it down in the comments? What score did you get? What types of questions would you like me to look at in the future? I quite liked looking at the animal ones this time, and that last question, although I couldn't pronounce a word, was really interesting because it lets me learn something about the English language as well. Please hit the thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.